The first like 2 years or so producing for me was it's a lot of fun. I think there was no internet community that I was a part of, so I was just like sending beats to my friends. Like I had this small Facebook group with my buddies I went to high school with, and I just like send them shit and be like, yo, like I just like, yo, hear this, because those moments of where I got like those sounds that I thought sounded like songs that I liked, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was like, I mean, it was a rush, and from there it was just I was kind of hooked. And it's funny, I listened to this shit back. It's pretty bad, but it was funny. Sometimes I wonder if I used to have more fun, just like experimenting. The motivation definitely comes and goes in waves. And the turbulent times, I've gotten more zen about it as I've gone on. Because the first time you make a song and it's like, you really like it, there were always those moments where I'd like have that and I'd make a song and I'd listen to it. I'd be like, holy shit, I just did that. That's fucking crazy. And then for the next like fucking month, I wouldn't do anything. I couldn't get a damn idea out. And that is the most like, you start like questioning yourself. You're like, oh God, am I ever gonna like, was that it? Did I just get everything out that was gonna come out? And I think the thing that kept me motivated was I just kept working. You just have to work through it. And sometimes it's totally okay to take like 3 weeks and just like binge watch The Wire. Or like just go out and drink, save up some money and go out and drink every weekend for a month. Like sometimes that's okay. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need the silence, or even just like the experience of life outside of the bedroom. Exactly, because that's where I live. I'm in the studio. I live in my bedroom. And it's, I think a lot of people look at it and I don't see it as unhealthy. I just see it as me working. But there's a point where you can hurt yourself if you go to the gym too many times. The rest days are important. So just to get through the motivation, or just to find the motivation to get through those turbulent times, I found it's been really important for me now when those moments come. I've gotten over enough of them that when they come now, I just accept them as what they are and just try to take care of myself and just like go easy on myself and just understand that it'll come back. And if I'm feeling like it isn't, just work through it. If you feel like it goes away, it comes back. It always comes back. At least it's like so far, it comes back. So you just gotta work through it. Yeah. I mean, that's just like, people joke about Kanye West, 5 beats a day for 3 summers. There's a lot of credence to that. He's one of the greatest producers of all time. Listen to that shit. Listen to what he's saying. Just gotta work through it, make a lot of trash until it's not trash anymore. Good production is just hard work. That's it. That's all. You just gotta sit in front of the computer and hate yourself for like 8 hours. It's just time, man. Time and work and focus. I mean, people always think it's so funny, man. I have to stay pretty much sober when I make music, because there's a huge difference between like an unconscious 8 hours and a conscious 8 hours. I got people who tell me like that they're not going anywhere and they're like get stoned and sit in front of their computer for 8 hours, and it's like, buddy, that's it right there. Like, put in a conscious, stay sober, put in 8 hours. The time is just so much, and that's just for me, for how my mind works. But it's like studying anything. It's like you gotta be an academic about it. And you gotta be dedicated to just trying and figuring stuff out. When it gets hard, figure out why it got hard. Figure out why it got tough for you. 5 years ago, I was a kid who was sitting in a chair watching musicians play, being like, never. Yeah. That can't be me. I didn't play piano when I was a kid. Like, I didn't get into music when I was a kid. It's too late. Shut up, just put the time in. I think if you're getting started in music, don't worry too much. I think there's a lot of people who really stress and don't worry about it. But, also reach out to people. Don't be afraid to use, people talk a lot of shit about SoundCloud. I talk a lot of shit about SoundCloud. But there's a great community there. And I've never really been a part of a community quite like it. Work with as many people as you can as early as possible. Make as many connections as you can as early. And if you like somebody's song, send them a message and just be like, yo, love your song. You might not hear from them, so what? But you might. And then you might just get a thank you. Or, if anybody messages me, I will like almost always respond with, if you ask me a question, I make it, because I remember when I was first starting out, the people that I'd hit up, and people are so nervous to do it. So it's the internet, who cares? But if they do reply back, you just got a huge leg up. If you hit me up for my 808 preset, if you got Silent and Ableton, I will send it to you. I will happily send it to you. You just gotta ask me. Because it's something I love, and if you love it too, then you'll just want to talk about it too. So, I just say work hard, don't give up. Because giving up's easy. Giving up is super easy. You can give up on a project a day, that's the easy part. But don't give up. And it's corny, it's such a corny thing to say, but it's so true. If you want it, you gotta work for it. You gotta go for it and You know, I feel like a soccer dad, like, listen, champ, like, go get it, get in there, like, get your head in the game, man. But it's like, you can do anything, buddy. You know, no, you know what? I can't fly. I couldn't swim in the Olympics, but if you want it, don't give up. Because it's really easy. I mean, if you don't want it, if it's hard for you, you don't want it that bad. If you give up, if you're like, this is hard, I can't do this, and you quit, yeah, it's not for you, that's fine. But just, if you really do want it, just don't stop. Just don't quit. The kindling doesn't last, you know, but the logs, man, you can be warm all night. You just got to give it that time. You got to tend to the fire. If you give up on your fire, if you give up on those logs, if you don't keep throwing kindling on the thing, it's going to go out. Just put the work in. Yeah. Just don't be a dingus. You know, just, if you want to make a dinger, stop being like, just get your head in the game, man. Shouts out to the guys who make 40 ounces. No, honestly, shouts out to the guys who make prairie cucumber vodka. That shit is incredible. Shouts out to iPhones. I'm an addict. I have a problem. Shouts out to this fire for keeping us warm. See, he was struggling there, but he's starting to go now. Now the kindling has turned into some nice thin pieces of, you know, charcoal is passing onto the wood, and you know, pretty soon we're gonna get a nice burning fire, and I will probably still hate myself in the morning. So believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. God.